more quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Love the pass to Smith. Cleveland the rebound. Outside Irving. Second chance shot stolen by Durant. And it's the Warriors on the break. And stolen by LeBron. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. No good from Irving.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop. You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Now here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Green kicks to Curry. Smith against Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Excellent defense there from Smith.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence. Clark his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. LeBron dishes to Thompson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-handed.
Durant, that's good.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
And Durant sends it back.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Tristan Thompson. First personal foul, 10 seconds.
Thompson passes to Pachulia. And here is Curry. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Channing Frye out there with Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so Durant nails them both. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And that one's good. Durant's got 13.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, you can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponent should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. On the wing, Shumpert. And Pachulia pulls it down. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
His power and effort consistently stand out.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Goes up, and Thompson throws it down.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year, he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Curry against Irving. It's Durant on the wing. He's got 15 and a missed layup. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down and when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. And Price slams it in.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Warriors leading by 19. No good from Fry. It's Durant on the wing, covered by LeBron. Durant kicks to Curry. 6 to shoot. And the Warriors miss again.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And the shot is good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
He feeds it to Durant. Back to Curry. 3-pointer. And the Warriors get it back. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the 3-point shot. Thompson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Durant attacking to the paint, outside for Curry. Here's West. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's called on Channing Frye. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for James. And Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Now here's Love. Charity stripe shot.
In that one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench strength.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Smith drives in. Good D by Thompson. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to the bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here is Livingston, covered by Irving. Livingston dishes to Green. Here's the screen. Pass to Livingston. He kicks to Thompson. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
This has not been a pretty picture. I certainly expected a better game than what we've gotten so far.
The Warriors have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Shooting for Golden State.
Second free throw, no good.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, what has allowed you to build this lead and get some separation here?
Well, we've just been playing hard. Those guys are tough to guard. They cut so hard. They play well together, and we had a decent half. We got to keep it going.
Kevin, you've earned a rest. Guys, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 20 points, 2 block shots, and 5 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They have run their offense straight out of...
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
It's been about... And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Curry's shot is good.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Cavaliers shooting at 36% of the night. They've got to step it up offensively. And he gets it to go.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And here's Iguodala outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Passes to Durant. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Thompson. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the shot is good.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Here's Love. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Another miss by Irving.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
There's the 3, but they'll get another chance. Out to Thompson. Over LeBron. Thompson misses.
Very dangerous to lead a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Stolen by Thompson. Iguodala kicks to Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. Pachulia, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Ramon Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland.
His second person, first team. Substitution.
Iguodala against LeBron. Pachulia kicks to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. The offensive rebound. Goes back up. No good. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The drive by James. That's good. James has got 8 points.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
And Green slams it in.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Irving attacking, and Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Iguodala, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting 31% here in the 3rd. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
To the inside, and Fry slams it in.
Ooh, good D, but better O. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well said. Well, for the most part, they were just standing still, Clark.
Yeah.
And you know what, Kevin? He's not the most explosive player on the court, but if you give him a clear lane to the basket, he'll punch it on you. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Channing Frye. Williams is out there with McCray. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Cowan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Durant missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And now West pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
Cavaliers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And here we go. Warriors running again. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And they looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. West outside. Launches a 3. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. That's 7 points for David West.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Durant, the pass to West. Here's Dawkins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's McCray. Offensive rebound. And there's the call on Durant. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul.
Here's Jefferson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Williams attacking. That's good.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Livingston. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Here's Williams, and it's blocked.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. No good from Durant.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Jefferson's shot is off.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And he gets it back. And it's Durant missing.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Dishes to West. There's the pass to Looney. Livingston kicks to Durant. Another shot, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And that's now 30 points for Kevin Durant.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
And of course, Mo Williams, Clark, shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Jones is checked in. Here's Dawkins, rejected by Jefferson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kevin Durant. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And that one falls for Williams.
Yeah. I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barron's checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Iguodala, and he converts the layup.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The Cavaliers on offense. Here's Jones, and the rebound paying off as they pick up two on the second chance bucket right there.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Dawkins, good.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Ahead. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Livingston, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Dawkins off target with that shot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Andre Iguodala. And Andre, what was the secret to seeing such a great output offensively?
Well, we know our defense is our catalyst to everything for our team. So as long as we play defense, get stops, rebounding was most important tonight. You know, they're one of the best rebounding teams in the league. We were able to do that and get out on a break.
Andre, thank you so much. Kevin, no surprise, one of the best defenders, always thinking about things on that end.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. And the impact carried them through the entire game.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.